Welcome, returning and new subscribers. Grand Jupiter Cazimi. It's a vibe. When you see that card, luck is on your side. That's what this energy is all about. Amor. Welcome, mi vida. I had to do it. You done typed it up. I had to do it. So let me start off with that. All right. Let me let you know about this Jupiter Cazimi. So basically, Jupiter is in the heart of the sun. So when you think of like moments of asking for something and it immediately shows up, it's a vibe. Welcome, Alana. And then let me put it to you this way. So this rising, right? Before I let go, that song that you hear at cookouts was playing in my mind, right? I said I gotta play this song today at some point. I wrote it down because that's how important this is. I thought like literally wrote it down. It said 10:30 a.m. Thought of playing before I let go. You make me happy. Mm, mm, mm. That song. So literally, as I'm sitting here thinking of that song and feeling the vibe and feeling, when I say feeling the vibe, you know, when you hear that song, the vibe automatically takes you to a cookout or a moment amongst people you love and everyone's having a great time, right? 2 minutes right after that, 10:32, a car passes by outside playing that exact song. I wanna love you. You should know. I said 2 minutes. I thought of it. In 2 minutes, the song is playing outside in someone's car. Welcome to Jupiter, Cazimi. The last time this happened, it was April 5th, 2011. So this Jupiter Cazimi in the sign of Aries, this is starting a new 12-year cycle about what it is that you want to do that correlates to who you are, the I am that I am. So let's get right into it. Let's get right into it. So because depending on where you are, if you are on the Pacific Standard Time, you would want to do this between 3:02 and 3:30. And if you are on the East Coast, you'll be doing this as of 6:02, but we're all on the same in the same position, but the numbers as far as time zones and the time that it is different, but we're all that in itself is another thing. So, if you are Aries rising, this Jupiter Cazimi, if you're looking at equal houses, I'm going to give it to you based off of equal houses and whole houses. So the first number has to do with the equal house, the second number has to do with the whole house. You can use both. Just I would suggest just use both because that way you'll be, you'll have the connection to all that is in this moment. So Aries rising, you'll have this Jupiter Cazimi in your 12th or first house. So what you can do is, this is for everyone. What you're going to do, right? Between here, East Coast, 6:02 and 6:30, I'll say 6:33, around that time is when it's most potent. You'll have this vibration till tomorrow, but this is where you can get started on this new 12-year cycle. So it's like think about where you were 2011 and who you are today. There's a lot that happened between 2011 and this very moment that you are more than likely coming back to that point, 2011, where there were certain things that you're doing right now, but with the information and the knowledge that you have from the experience that you the experiences that you have gone through, you're a different being, but you're still connected to that part of yourself, or you more than likely have reconnected to that part of yourself. So Aries rising, 12th house, first house. So one thing you could do, you want to take a piece of paper. If you have access to like carving things into clay, into different metals, and you are three glyphs you're going to want to incorporate into basically on a piece of paper, and you have it here. Yo, I draw these planets. Yeah, these planets is proud right now. Anyway, so what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to write whatever it is that I'm showing you right now on a piece of paper. If you're hearing this live right now, it's a vibe. So Aries rising, 12th house connects to Neptune and Jupiter. So these are your two glyphs that you're going to want to use for Aries rising. Everyone, you're going to want to start with the sun that's in Aries. So these two, and Jupiter that's in Aries. So these are the first three glyphs that you're going to use when you're writing on a piece of paper for everyone in here. Okay? For everyone in here. Now, based on the houses that I give you, based off your rising sign, that's the other energy you're going to want to write down on that piece of paper. And write down an affirmation, but an affirmation that connects to that house. But we'll go over that. So we're starting with Aries. So Aries rising, you got the 12th house, first house energy. So 12th house is I believe I am. So you're going to use Neptune and Mars. I believe I am. And then write an affirmation that connects to those. Okay. This you see this that we doing right here, right now? We're going to have to step into a Zoom or some webinar type energy because you know the vibes, so that we can go deeper. So I'm just going to give you the basic. Now for Taurus, you got 11th, 12th house. 11th would be Aquarius. 12th house would be Pisces. So again, I'm going equal whole houses depending on what you use. So Taurus, 11th house is ruled by Uranus and Saturn. So I'm giving you the traditional and the modern signs that it's ruled by, so that way you can bring in all that energy entirely. So 11th house, 12th house. 11th house is Aquarius. So Aquarius is naturally ruled by Saturn, but it's also ruled by Uranus. So you could also use for the 12th house, this is what you're going to use for the 11th house. Let's start there. 11th house, Aquarius energy, Saturn and Uranus glyphs for Taurus rising. And for the 12th house, you can use Jupiter and Neptune as the sign of the 12th house is connected to Pisces, but Pisces is ruled by Neptune and Jupiter. Moving forward, Gemini, we got the 10th house. 10th house is Saturn energy. So 10th house, Geminis rising, you're going to be using this glyph of Saturn. And for the whole houses of, for the whole houses of Gemini risings, you're going to use both Saturn and Uranus and write an affirmation that connects to the 10th house, which says I use, and the 11th house, I know. Going back one more time, excuse me, Taurus, you got 11 and 12. So I know, I believe. 11th house is I know, 12th house is I believe. Now we got Cancer energy. So Cancer, you're going to be using 9th house, 10th house frequency. All right. So 9th house is Sagittarius, which is ruled by Jupiter. All right. See, when it comes to certain signs, I'm only going to mention one. Others I'm going to mention two because this is just when the planets came in, but that's a different topic. Sagittarius, 9th house, or 10th house, equal whole houses. So for the 9th house, you're going to use Jupiter. And for the 10th house of Saturn, you're going to use Saturn. So these are the two glyphs that you're going to use for Cancer rising. Jupiter is saying I see, Saturn is saying I use. So write an affirmation based off of that. Leo, you're using the 8th house energy of Scorpio and 9th house energy of Sagittarius. So your glyphs for this Jupiter Cazimi, Leo rising, Leo sun, Leo rising. But I'm doing this off of rising signs. So Leo, for the 8th house, you'll be using Pluto. Okay. And you'll also be using the 9th house energy of, they got dark just like Pluto. Come on, baby. Leo, you'll also be using the ninth house of Sagittarius, which is Jupiter. So you are using these two. So Leo, you're using I desire, add, transform for Pluto, and I see for Jupiter, and write an affirmation based off of that for this Jupiter Cazimi. Virgo, you're using the seventh house, equal house of Libra. Seventh house is ruled by Venus. So Libra rising, you are using this Venus glyph, along with, if you're using whole houses, and like I said, I suggest you use both, you're going to be incorporating Pluto into this mix. So Venus and Pluto. And you're going to write an affirmation based off of I have, I desire, I transform. Pluto incorporates I desire, I transform. For Leo rising, equal house, whole house. Libra, rising. Equal house, you have the sixth house, which is ruled by Mercury. And then for the whole house, you have the seventh house, which is ruled by Venus. So you'll be using these two glyphs, all right, for this Jupiter, Cazimi, Libra rising. And Mercury has to do with I think, Venus has to do with I have. Now, don't confuse that I think I have is making you feel like you don't have what it is that you're asking for, or what it is that you're bringing into your life. Thoughts become things. So this is basically you saying, I have the thought, I have the thought that I have whatever it is that you're affirming, just to make that clear, because there are still people that are still breaking through certain spells, literally, just put it that way. Scorpio, equal house, whole house. Welcome, Joe. Welcome, my love. Scorpio, for equal house, whole house. Scorpio, you have the fifth house for the equal, and the sixth house for the whole. So the fifth house is ruled by the sun, and the sixth house is ruled by Mercury right here. All right. So you're going to be using the sun's energy for this Jupiter Cazimi Scorpio rising, which states with the sun's glyph, I will, and with Mercury's glyph, I think. So it's basically you having the will of thought. Okay. We getting right into it today. Yes, we are. So Sagittarius rising. I'm doing this by rising signs once again. If you're just coming through here, we're doing this by rising sign. Equal whole houses. So if you're Sagittarius rising equal, that will be the fourth house. Sagittarius whole houses will be the fifth house. So the glyphs you would use, Sagittarius rising, for this Jupiter Cazimi to manifest what it is that you want to build upon for these next 12 years. Because the last time we had Jupiter Cazimi was 2011 on the 5th of April. So for Sagittarius, you'll be using the fourth house glyph of the moon and the fifth house glyph for the whole houses of the sun. So here we have I feel, I will for you, Sagittarius rising. Sagittarius rising, y'all lit. I like y'all on some real shit. What's mine? I see, I use. Okay, that's Cancer. Cancer rising. So Capricorn rising, third house, equal houses, fourth house for the whole houses, Capricorn energy. So Capricorn, for this Jupiter Cazimi, you'll be using the third house. Anyway, third house glyph, which is Mercury, right here, and the fourth house glyph of the moon. The moon says, I feel, and Mercury says, I think, I feel. Your thoughts and your feelings are one and the same right now. When we're speaking of unity consciousness, that this is a big deal for you, beloved Sagittarius. Capricorn, you have the third house, fourth house energy for this Jupiter Cazimi. So third house reflects Mercury, I think, and Capricorn energy, I feel. Why did I just say that? No, it's not that. It's not this. It's, I think, Mercury and Saturn. These are the two glyphs that you're using for this Jupiter Cazimi, Capricorn rising. So use your thoughts, or don't use your thoughts, or your thoughts will use you. You choose. Aquarius rising, you have the second house, third house energy for this Jupiter Cazimi, equal whole houses. So second house is Taurus right here, Venus ruled energy, and as far as the whole houses, it's Mercury. So Aquarius rising, you're using these two glyphs, okay? And once again, everyone is going to be using the Sun, Mars, and Jupiter, as the Sun is in Aries and Jupiter is in Aries, bringing this Cazimi. So these other glyphs that I'm showing you has to do with you in particular. Welcome, Fatima. So Aquarius, you have the second house and the third house. So second house glyph is Venus and third house glyph is Mercury. All right, so this is what you'll be using. I have, I think I have. There you go. Pisces, in the final one, you have the first house or the second house. First house would be if you're using equal houses, and whole houses if you're using the second house. So for Pisces rising, you have the first house, which is Mars. You'll be using this glyph, I am, or the second, and not or, and use both. You're going to be using Mars and Venus. I am, I have, I am. So this is giving big manifest and generator vibes. So if you are a Pisces rising manifestor generator, listen, tap in, transcend whatever you got to transcend and tap in. But these are the glyphs that you'll be using, Pisces rising, for this Jupiter Cazimi. It is literally 2 minutes away. All right. If you miss what I just stated, because between the second minute of this hour and the 33rd minute of this hour that we're currently in here on the East Coast, it'll be 6:02. And into the 33rd minute of that hour, 6:33. These are the times that you would want to write these things down and affirm what it is that you want into your life based off of those glyphs and the mantras that are connected to those glyphs. So if we're speaking of Aries energy or Mars glyph, Aries Mars glyph is I am. Venus Taurus glyph is I have. Mercury Gemini glyph is I think. Moon Cancer glyph is I feel. The explanation of that is I feel. Sun Leo energy is I will. Virgo Mercury is I analyze. Libra Venus, which is also the ruler of Taurus, is I balance. Scorpio Pluto, higher octave of Aries, but Scorpio Pluto is I desire, I transform. Sagittarius, there's another Sagittarius coming into your life. Anywho, Sagittarius, you got Jupiter, who is doing this Cazimi energy, or who's in this act of the Cazimi. Saturn, oh my gosh. Sagittarius, the explanation or the mantra of your glyph with Jupiter is I see, or I seek. This is a story of a Sag. This is what happens to a Sag. Welcome, Ocean Goddess, my love. Then we have Scorpio. All right, we just said that. Did we? Oh, did we? Yeah, we did. All right, so Capricorn, Saturn, you have I use. Aquarius, Uranus, your ancient ruler is Saturn, but your mantra is I know. Pisces, okay, I believe is your mantra as you are connected to Neptune and Jupiter. So let me go back through this one more time. Aries, you could use the glyph of Mars and Pluto. Taurus, you'll use Venus. Gemini, you'll use Mercury. Cancer, you'll use the moon. Leo, you'll use the sun. Wow, I just got this whole Caribbean accent going now. Virgo, you'll use Mercury, but you could also use Chiron, which is a key. If you are a Virgo rising, I highly suggest with this Jupiter Cazimi, which is in effect now, okay, use Chiron, which is basically a circle with a K at the top that looks like a key. Libra, you'll be using the glyph of Venus. Scorpio, you can use Mars glyph and Pluto's glyph. Sagittarius, you'll be using Jupiter's glyph. Capricorn, you'll be using Saturn's glyph. Then you have Aquarius using Uranus and why I feel like we miss that because I never pointed. Maybe I did. I was just going through that shit too fast. Uranus and Saturn could be used for Aquarius and Pisces. You can use Jupiter and Neptune. So the two signs when it comes to your rising sign that is just connected to one, Leo and Cancer. Cancer the moon, Leo the sun. Every other sign is double up basically. If we really look at it that way. Virgo and Gemini do their own thing too, actually, with Mercury. But this is where they double up though, actually. So, okay. That's what I meant. So Aquarius rising, you'll be using, I did say that. So if I didn't, just in case, Aquarius rising, these are your two glyphs that you're using. All right. So what you're going to do is right now, collective and this Jupiter Cazimi to really kick off this next 12-year cycle. These are the first three you're going to use. It's like, this would be the symbolism of an affirmation. Collectively, the sun is in Aries, Jupiter is in Aries, and Jupiter is going through the heart of the sun, which is bringing in this Cazimi. Cazimi is a conjunction, but it's specific to the sun. Okay. So let me actually break that down too, because I feel like some of you want to know, and I did have to write that down. So let's see here. This basically happens when a planet is invisible because it is under the beams of the sun at 15 degrees or combusting at 8.5 degrees from the sun. So between 8.5 and 15 degrees of before after the sun is when you have this Cazimi energy. But furthermore, as far as like getting more connected or being more specific as far as this energy would be like 60, what is that, 17 minutes or something like that. Listen, that's all math right now that I do not feel like getting into. I will do that on another time. But yeah, actually, this is what I painted on the other side. This is just one day I decided to feel like painting. But anyway, these are your glyphs. Okay. I did that kind of neat. And this is why the time was changing as far as when I was going to start the live, because I was drawing this up so I can show y'all what you can draw. So yeah, so these are the main ones. These are the main ones that you'll be drawing. Welcome, sister. Classes in session for show. You feel me? So these are the main three that you'll be using. And based off your rising sign, if you are a rising Aries, you're going to be using Mars glyph and Pluto's glyph. You could also incorporate a 4-leaf clover to bring in that extra vibration of expansion. If you are a Taurus rising, you're going to be using Venus. If you are a Gemini rising, you're going to be using Mercury, which is here. Okay. If you are a Cancer rising, you're going to be using the moon. If you are a Leo rising, you're going to be using the sun. Virgo rising, I didn't put the other one, but you're going to be using Mercury and Chiron. Okay. And if you are a Libra rising, you're going to be using Venus. If you are a Scorpio rising, you're going to be using Mars and Pluto. If you are a Sagittarius rising, you're going to be using Jupiter. If you are a Capricorn rising, you're going to be using Saturn. If you are a Aquarius rising, you're going to be using Saturn and Uranus, which is here. You're going to be using Saturn and Uranus if you are an Aquarius rising. If you're a Pisces rising, you're going to be using Jupiter and Neptune right here. Okay. I got all my moderators in the building. Don't play with it. Don't play with it. Don't play with it. Okay. So yeah. So Aries is I am, Taurus is I have, Gemini is I think, Cancer is I feel, Leo is I will, Virgo is I analyze, Libra is I balance, Scorpio is I desire, I transform. You can use both, either or. I would prefer use both. Sagittarius is I see or I seek. Capricorn is I use. Aquarius is I know. Capricorn, we already said that. Pisces is I believe. So I'm gonna let y'all do that. I wish I could really like keep this. Let me see. Is it too close? Cause I gotta use the restroom. But these are your glyphs that you're gonna be using based off your rising sign. Let me do it this way. Leo, Cancer, Gemini, Virgo, Taurus, Libra. Listen, if y'all got to school with somebody is like, can you teach the kid? Let's do it. Aries, Pluto. Interesting how I wrote that. Jupiter, Sagittarius. I love writing my sign. I love y'all's too, but I'm just saying. Pisces. Pisces, I wrote that shit like it had fishes in it. For real, for real. Look at that. Look how Pisces came out. Look, it got fishes in it. But yeah. Saturn, you got Capricorn. You also have Capricorn, and then you have Aquarius. Uranus, you have Aquarius. Neptune, you have Pisces. They got fancy this time. And then you have Pluto with Scorpio and Aries. Yes. Okay. So if you got to take a screenshot of that, go right ahead. Matter of fact, before you do that, you probably did it already. That's funny. Somebody laughed in the living room too. Don't play with me. You gonna get this together. It's probably backwards too, but anyway, I gotta go to the restroom. Obviously not that serious. I never screenshot so fast. I'm gonna put your ass on a relay. You could be the ankle leg for all that. Okay. First of all, I had already took 4 screenshots. I'm done with y'all. Y'all could go. Okay, so if y'all like this style of like me explaining stuff, like with me showing pictures and shit, let me know. I'm driving and she put it right in front light. And so then you already know the vibe, sister. So let's just like put it up one more time because yo sis gotta take this pitch. Y'all, it's a vibe. It's a vibe. So y'all know the vibes when I be expressing the blessings and the blessings and the difference. That's how that's why I had the face that I just had just now. But anyway, I took screenshots too. Don't play them. I had to park with the kids. Yo, y'all too funny, yo. Yo, I had this vision today, and it's exactly what's happening now. Like for real, for real. That's crazy. Not it's not crazy. It's just you know what some of you notice already, but this is one of the like I've always gotten straight A's from first to eighth grade, I would say. Yeah, high school too, but college, don't ask me no questions because motherfucker got tired. I was just like, nah, y'all not even teaching me nothing. I already learned this shit. We just repeating the whole cycle all over again. I was over it by then. Actually, my freshman year of college was actually the first time. I love that word actually, so don't judge me. If you judge me, but I'm gonna see you in my dream state. We gonna handle it there. But anyway, back to the program. Freshman year was when I came across a pendulum for the first time. May her soul thrive in the ethers, but I know she's one of my guides too. Because there was one time, this must have been after I got my own, after there it could have been, or something pivotal in life where I saw a license plate with 333, but the first three letters, because her first name only includes three letters. So the first three letters was her name with 333. I was like, oh. And outside, there was a van that basically said San Miguel, which is basically Archangel Michael. So it was just a vibe. And I was actually on my way to the gym too. So I was like, oh, okay. So this is what I mean about like this energy of this greetings D of this goddess D of this Jupiter Cazimi. It's something that you are in. Let's say you got your doctorate for this, whatever it is that you had an idea of, and it started to evolve from 2011. I just got chills here. For some of you, this has to do with communication. This has to do with communication and information. Um, but yeah, something that occurred in 2011, now you're evolving or you're taking this to a whole nother level today. But you got to put that into the ethers. It's one of those things like if you're just joining me right now, it's similar to what I experienced this rising. And as I'm sitting there, doing what I do, go through my meditations and do what I do, I started hearing Before I Let Go, that song that you hear at cookouts often. I was like, I gotta play that song today. This was at 10:30. Literally 2 minutes after somebody in their car passed by playing that song. I said, oh, I said, okay. So it's that quick, that quick. Don't forget to wash your hands before entering this palace, please. And thank you by liking the video. Ashe, can I get an Asheo? Asheo from the collective. Okay. So once again, here's your screenshot. All right. as far as the glyphs that you'll be using, everyone in the collective is going to be using these three. The sun is in Aries and Jupiter's in Aries, bringing forth this Cazimi for this collective. That's a 90-degree angle, yeah. And depending on your rising sign, and you'll see it here, those are the glyphs that you'll use. If you want to, do more like your moon and your sun, but the main thing is your sun sign, because this is what you want to see in your reality. And this could be for some of you who your reality is amazing, but emotionally you're taken out. Go by your moon sign. Go by your moon sign. The house that the moon is in. Well, yeah, the house that the moon is in for you. So for that, you would have to already be tapped into your charts to know where the moon is. But yes, indeed, meow. Let's get some messages, y'all. You know what? My Aries brother and Aries cousin solar return coming up, so I'm hyped. Those are my warriors. My thing is, a lot of the warriors in my family, they're all Aries. One of them actually already transcended due to murder, but that's a different topic. But yeah, it's a vibe nonetheless. You feel me? Let's see what the message is, y'all. Your solar return is 414. Plan solar return, my love, just in case I don't do a live that day, but I knew you knew, Fatima. It's one of them vibes. You that's one thing about that name, Fatima. I don't leave my sight. From the moment I was able to express words, that was the first person whose name I would say often. Because it's someone I met when I was in DR, when I was a young girl, like 3 years old. And she was a worker for one of my family members or whatever, but I wouldn't do anything where it made her feel like a worker. Like I wouldn't eat if she wasn't eating with us. That just wasn't me. Like I was a protector of Fatima. And if you know what Fatima means esoterically, you know the vibes. Yeah, I was waiting for the music. Ocean Goddess said I was waiting for, I knew you was. I felt your vibrations too. We need some vibes, y'all, for real. What's this, babe? We got Ladybug. You are being guided to move in a new direction. Your life begins today. Embrace this new transformation and navigate your way towards your heart's desires. Believe in yourself, others, and the divine, and you will manifest amazing things. See what else? You know what? Drop your rising sign. I'm gonna give you. Just cause y'all in the chat. That's what we're gonna do. That's how we're gonna do it. We're gonna drop a message for 623. Ashe. Based on your rising sign, cause you in the chat. So what's your rising sign? We're gonna drop a message, and we're gonna pull a tarot card for that. Straight up, it's a vibe. It's a vibe. Let's do it. Cause this is like lottery ticket type vibe. You feel me? You know what I mean? I just want to express my gratitude because it was like you done a personal one-on-one reading yesterday. Ashe. Yes, Ashe, Ascending Lifestyle. Welcome, my love, for real. Aquarius, all right. We're going to do one for Aquarius first. Nah, I felt that energy. It felt like a personal, but the reason you could tell from the collective reading I was doing when I start to feel in the heart chakra, that's how deep it gets. You know what I'm saying? Let me see what's so far. We got all the fixed signs: Aquarius, Scorpio, and Taurus. On some real, I might even just be doing sign readings based off of what I see in the chat. On some real, Libra rising. That okay? Cardinal, first cardinal in the building. Come on. Mm-hmm. Libra rising. Okay, 2 Libra risings in the building. Ashe. He said tropical. Pisces. Oh, Fucus in the building. We be diving in the deep, honey. I already know the vibes. You're so welcome, Fatima, of course. Here we go, y'all. Aquarius. Popping through. Aquarius, you got the eagle. Let me know if the music is too loud. Is it all right? Like, can y'all hear me though? Aquarius, you got the eagle, leadership, spirituality, and clarity. You're being guided to let go of emotional attachment and connect to divine inspiration. Flying high above the restraints of yourself and society. Ideal. Okay, Ashe, thank you. From your elevated vantage point, Aquarius. This is what we're doing first. Aquarius, from your elevated vantage point, balance, harmony, and joy can be easily found. So throat chakra is clearing. It could be a cleanse that you're having from observing situations. Wait. Aquarius, y'all a vibe. You better Aquarius, y'all gotta listen to some music. I mean, listen, okay. To have my South Node and rising. Your South welcome to my world. My South and my moon is in the same place. So that's why you be boo-hooing like that. It's all good. Aquarius rising. All right. You got the eagle once again. Leadership, spirituality, and clarity. Once again, Aquarius rising. You are being guided to let go of emotional attachment and connect with divine inspiration. Flying high above the restraints of yourself and society. Look for moments of truth and act upon them. From your elevated, not someone else's, your elevated vantage point, Aquarius rising, balance, harmony, and joy can be easily found. At the top of the deck, you got the whale, Aquarius. Agility, imagination, intuition. You are being guided to focus on emotional stability and listen to your inner guidance. The time has come for you to jump into action and go after what you desire, Aquarius rising. Be playful and splash in the waters of life, creating new waves of abundance for you and others to enjoy. And at the bottom of the deck, Aquarius rising, you got the koala. Optimism, harmony, and balance. You are being guided to find a harmonic balance of your mind, body, and soul. Focus on your heart's desires. Live your life with pure passion and joy. Here's your tarot card. Aquarius rising. Here we go. Aquarius rising, here's your tarot message. Experience, the Three of Pentacles. So you're about to be collaborating. You've been in a position for so long when you were on your own, Aquarius rising. The reason why, because you were being your eccentric self and you weren't appreciated for being that, but you've gone through a transformation through that process. And because of that, there is a breakthrough. Come on with it. And that's your card, Aquarius. That's you, baby. The Thunderbolt. Scorpio rising, here's your message, y'all. Let's go, Scorpio rising. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Based on the rising sign of those in chat, that's the message that's coming in here. That's how we gonna roll out here. Because I know it ain't for everybody. So whoever I'm for, y'all gonna be in the chat because y'all not for everybody either. That's how I know who my ops are. It's evident. And people who want to play both sides, I'm gonna tell you now, because it's Scorpio energy, man. I'm glad you connected to me and not somebody else that'll fuck your whole shit up. Simple as that. Because I can too, but I'm not here for that. I'm more of a teacher. Been there, done that. I don't want to do that no more. I'm glad you met me, so you don't do this when you come across an energy like mine and thinking you're gonna play somebody out. You don't know. Be thyself. That's all it takes. That's all. And wherever you are, if you're being yourself, Scorpio rising, this is a message for you too. If wherever you are at and you're not able to be you, and when I say you're not able to be you, is where you feel like you're being critiqued in a way that is not for you, and you start to get into your low vibrational energy, that's a quick and amazing sign for you to get up on out of there, because that's not where you need to be. Because you're the Scorpion, you're the one that stings people with venom and you can kill people. So it's not so much. Don't invest in that. Don't put your investments into that. You Gucci. That's the ad that's coming through here now. Your Little Mermaid. So Scorpio. Let's see what this is. You got the Fox. Foxy. Intuitive, observant, intellectual. That would be some real Scorpio shit to come on right now. Cardi. Shout out to Cardi. Okay. BX in the building. BX in the building. Shout out to Cardi. It's okay. You're being guided, Scorpio rising, to look beyond the shadow side of any relationship. Open your eyes, mind, realign with your heart, because your heart doesn't close. You can step away from it, but the heart won't close out on you. Okay? So open your eyes, mind, and reconnect with your heart to the limitless opportunities around you. Foxy. Scorpio rising. This is where you at. This is where you at. Great work. Advice from an Aquarian. Let people know you hit all the signs. Everything about you is perfect. It's perfect except marketing, what, and advertising. Why you deleted it? Then listen, Ocean. Well, Scorpio rising, for that you got another message, because shout out to Ocean Goddess though. You got the lion over here. See, there's one thing about me and selected moderators. Do what you feel, because one thing about me, I trust people. If I trust you, I trust you. If I don't, you gonna know. It's whatever. So we got the lion here, right? Scorpio, you got loyalty, courage, and leadership. You're being guided to take back your power. You are powerful, co-creator with limitless inner strength and confidence. When you allow your voice to be heard, the people around you will listen, Scorpio. So you know what's the key thing for y'all, Scorpios? On some real shit. You have a way about yourself that most people are not willing to accept. I felt that. Trust the minute you made me a moderator, and it's him. Yeah, listen. All right, listen. Let me tap into this because it's connected to the lion energy, Joe. Because one of the messages that I connected to with you, and this is connected to you too, Scorpio rising. When I connected to you, Joe, it was a message that you was delivering about Bastet. And notice I'm snapping my fingers as I'm saying this. So something about me snapping my fingers. Scorpio rising, you may have to and do your research when it comes to hypnotherapy, Scorpio rising. Scorpio, sun, moon rising. Do your research when it comes to hypnotherapy, especially when it comes to the heart of the scorpion. And the reason why I can tap into that, because that is the actual degree of my birthday. It's the portal of the heart of the scorpion, on that is the royal star. So yeah, Scorpio, sun, moon, and rising, really, and do your research when it comes to hypnotherapy. Okay, it's going to be beneficial for you. Your tarot card, Scorpio rising, that's a message for everybody too, though, honestly, because Ocean Goddess, you or yeah, for real. Yo, I thought I was something. Shit. Whew. Scorpio, here you go. Playfulness. Page of Wands. It's time for you to get excited. I feel like some of y'all Scorpio risings have been in a space where you had to always protect yourself and you were stinging people to the point that you were stinging yourself. Stop stinging yourself so you can stop stinging others, so you can get to your phoenix level in life. So you can get back to your phoenix level in life. Listen, Scorpio rising, it's time for you to rise up from that scorpion energy and evolve into the eagle. Then become the phoenix, because once you become the phoenix, you can become that dove here in this realm. Okay. Raz, what up though? How would you say tropical chart represents lower self and sidereal? I would prefer Vedic rather than sidereal. And to be honest, I wouldn't even label it as lower self or higher self when it comes to either of the charts, because of the experience of the soul itself. The soul knows exactly which ones they'll gravitate towards. That is a amazing question for real. So the soul would know what it is that it wants to gravitate towards. So the fact, because you're connected to Ophiuchus too, so I get it. You're connected to that gateway, that portal, the galactic center, so you'll be able to absorb it all. There's going to be different moments where you're actually going through like um your high and low, but for you it doesn't seem like a high and low. It's just what it is, because you're a true alchemist. That's what I'm getting. 637, connect to 637, see what that says to you. 637. All right. But Scorpio rising, everything that we're saying through all of these signs that we're going through, there's a message in everything that I'm saying for all of you. So anything that comes up, that's how I'm. Yo, Ocean Goddess is an auntie. I keep pointing to it because it feels like a strong ass auntie. Shit. Where was you 2011? Shit. And that's a whole part of this too, y'all. Like, we're gonna get into the other signs, but we're about to go into we got Aquarius, Scorpio, we got Taurus, Libra, Taurus, Libra, Pisces. Ooh, that one's gonna be fun. Pisces and Sag, you're gonna be feeling this Jupiter Cazimi the most, because Jupiter is your ruling planet. And Virgo, mama, okay, I got you. Mama, Papa, I don't know. Excuse me if I'm incorrect about what I just stated. Okay. Through wings. No worries. Ross, I got you. Say less. I got you. I already know the vibes. So, where we at now? First, yeah.